Lead time is a critical element of both manufacturing and services. Formally defined, lead time is the total amount of time it takes from the initial receipt of a customer request for an order to the fulfillment of their request. Product lead time, on the other hand, is a bit different. The product lead time starts with a production plan and is considered complete when the product ships. With this in mind, you can see that there is a great deal of work that goes into both the information side of a value stream and the physical side of a value stream. The transition from planning to building or servicing is not always a direct transition. Planners must consider capacity, materials, resources, and the demand that is already being placed on an organization if they are going to meet the needs of both sales and production. Even after this, you can see that before any physical production occurs, information lead time must complete review and adjustments between sales and production, lock in a final product plan, purchase items, and manage the delivery of those items before any physical product or service begins. Even after this, additional forms of information may still be needed when the physical production occurs. Nonetheless, once orders are released, physical production begins. As you look at this very basic example of the flow of a product lead time, it is easy to understand how push production emerged. Even still, though, customers do not want to wait while information is passed around to receive their products. As such, manufacturers often store finished products, sub-assemblies, and even raw materials at different stages of the production process so that they can keep up with customer demand and deliver on time. As you can tell by the model, after extensive planning, reviewing, and adjustments occur, organizations need to scramble when a product is received to manufacture their goods or complete their services. The cost of holding inventory to combat long lead times has long since been accepted solution to mitigate this problem, and in some cases may be a temporary solution. However, those who attack the problems that cause long lead times head-on have become leaders in their respective industries. At the heart of these solutions is finding a way for actual customer demand to be the trigger for production. This, as we've learned, is the essence of a pull system and can only be accomplished through eliminating waste at all levels in an organization. With this in mind, both service and manufacturing industries need to focus on reducing lead times, as companies with longer lead times are at risk in today's markets. This again pushes companies to shift towards pull production and focus on eliminating waste. It's inevitable that at some point in your pull systems journey, you will learn about and use many of the techniques used in Lean. Lean is a continuous improvement strategy that a company embarks on to maximize customer value and minimize waste. As you implement Lean principles and techniques in your factories, offices, and systems, you will find that lead times will shorten drastically. In many cases, a pull system will completely eliminate elements of the information side of your value streams. As you implement pull and lean, you will find that the flow of both materials and information in your organization will change completely, and oftentimes will require workers to relearn how scheduling and planning occurs. As noted in the definition, Lean focuses on the customer. In other words, It is a customer-oriented strategy, and pull systems are a critical piece of Lean. When you pull rather than push, the trigger to produce changes from the arrival of information, materials, and forecasts to the actual receipt of a customer order itself. As implied, this can only be done by removing waste from an organization. Traditionally, companies often think that the customer lead time is the time it takes to deliver a product from the warehouse and that everything else is not included. This really limits the ability of an organization to remove waste and improve. Instead, customer lead time should be thought of as the entire process from the point that an order is issued to the point that the product or service is complete in the customer's hands. This change in thinking allows a company to look internally at processes and remove forms of muda until they are able to meet the needs of their customers. One of the benefits of Lean is that it reduces inventory. Buffers tend to hide forms of waste and prevent the organization from reaching its peak performance. With this in mind, Lean organizations look to maximize the impact on the two most costly forms of muda: overproduction and inventory waste. Now, before we go, we'd like to ask you a question that you can answer in the community or upcoming assignments section. What is the lead time of your most popular product or service? And how would you shorten the lead time on that product or service? Remember, lead times can change from hours to months, but all lead times can be improved. We'll see you in the next module.